Hello everyone. I am hoping that the sound is okay. Damien has been writing to me saying, the sound is bad. Um, yeah, you're right, Damien. It is probably bad. I am using regular headphones for my telephone. Right now, my economy is not up to going and buying a decent mic. So that I'm just hoping that it works so far. At some point, I might invest in a decent mic for this YouTube channel, but right now, not so much. So Damien has sent me a Finnish list to review, and I love doing that. So let's go and see it. This is his list. He's using 1,000 points, 10 order dice. Now, the first thing I will say, Damien, is 10 order dice is very, very low for 1,000 points. So what we are going to try and do here is to see if we can stick in just a few more order dice. I would want you to go to 13 order dice. With veteran heavy armies, which Finns, right? You're going to need to be at 13 order dice if you're going to go competitive. Otherwise, you're going to be outdiced just by the draw of the dice from the bag. So we are going to see if we can stick in a few more points. Damien starts out with a second lieutenant, 50 points. That's the price you pay for being an Axis power. And then Continuation War Rifleman. I like Continuation War Rifleman. I really do. And I think in most good Finnish lists you need 2, which is what we are seeing here, the first 2 units, but then it continues. I don't think you need 3. I think you can cut up one of these units, but we'll get back to that in a minute. So we have 8 men in each Continuation War Rifleman squad. One of them has 1 Panzerfaust, the rest has double Panzerfausts. I like the double Panzerfaust on the Continuation War men here, because they are going to be skirmishers. They're going to go and not push too much, but push a little bit outside of your own deployment zone, using the rifles to deliver pins and damage to the enemy. And at the same time, they have the Panzerfaust to threaten away any like nasty things, darker stewards, what have you, that is coming their way. So for me, I really like Continuation War Riflemen. I think 2 might be enough. Because there are other choices for the Finns that are just so awesome that I think you could get away with just the 2. And here comes the awesomeness, because what I think is the best unit of the game is the CC Recon unit. They are the best skirmishers of the game, hands down. And that is because they have Master of the Hunt, and you can get Tough Fighter with them as well. And with the special rule of the Finns, where you get +1 for shooting from ambush, Master of the Hunt means that you can advance, you go up 6, then you go on ambush, and then you shoot at a +1. That combo is just enormously strong. So for me, I think you should change out the last Continuation War Rifle squad with another CC Recon squad. And that might mean that you have to go down to 6-man CC Recons or 6-man Continuation War Riflemen. That's the price we pay. But let's see if we can find the points for this somewhere else, right? Because I do like having 8-man units. You should never have 7, just because odd numbers, that how that interacts with the special rules of the Finns, where when you lose half your squad, you go up 1 veterancy. You should never have odd numbers then. You should always have even numbers. So I like the 8 or the 6-men units, but 8 is just a bit more survivable, right? Then we have a regular sniper, again, Master of the Hunt, plus to hit. You're going to win most of the sniper duels. You might consider buying him veteran, because, well, if the enemy has a veteran sniper, he might actually have an advantage there, but you're going to hit. A heavy mortar. This is one of the places where I think you can save a few points. Heavy mortar with a spotter. You can see if you can buy a medium mortar instead. You still get a lot of bang for your buck with the HE, and you can possibly even if, I can't remember if you can do this as Finns, if you can buy it inexperienced and then cut out the spotter as well. Because you're going to win the sniper duel most of the time, especially if you upgrade your sniper to a veteran. You're going to win the sniper duel, which means that the sniper is not going to be a threat to your mortar. So the mortar can just stay in some cover somewhere and start shooting indirectly. I think this is better than the heavy mortar with the spotter. This heavy mortar just becomes very expensive, and you don't need it to be. And if you buy the sniper veteran, then your medium artillery can also be downgraded a bit. You can downgrade it and cut out the spotter as well, saving you the points. And you can even downgrade it to inexperienced. Yes, it will mean that you shoot at -1 when you're shooting directly, but most of the time you're shooting indirectly because you have skirmishes out front. So your skirmishes will be your front line, and your indirect fire will be in your back lines. You will be in cover, and they will shoot indirectly at the enemy, trying to force him to go down so that your skirmishes can do whatever. Or the other way around, your skirmishes will shoot, force him to go down, and then you shoot indirectly at him. That combination, you don't actually need them to have the spotter. You don't actually need them to be regular. You just need them to be able to shoot with HE. And a medium mortar and even a light howitzer, inexperienced light howitzer, might actually do the same job that these more expensive pieces of artillery is doing. And then comes where Damien is spending most of his points, which is on the stuG 3 Stormy. Now, it has a forward-facing heavy anti-tank gun and a forward-facing MMG. It is a 9+ stuG. For 230 points, this is not worth it. Competitively, no. If you have the model, if you love the model, play it by all means. Don't listen to what I say. But if you're going to go competitively, this is definitely not worth it. It is one shot. Yes, you have a +6, but that is not very different from a Panzerfaust, which is 5 points, right? So it's one shot, and you're going to get maybe if you're lucky, 6 shots during the game. You're going to fail approximately half of them. So that's 3 shots that you get for 230 points. That's 3 times you hit something. That's not worth it. I'm sorry, it's just not. I would not run the stuG competitively, although it can be quite a bullet magnet. But if you downgrade it to something else, for instance, a captured T-28, I think it's called, a machine gun tank, then you have a lot of points that you can spend on what's really good with the Finns, your infantry. Which is my advice for you. Run with the infantry. That is what's really good with the Finns. Don't spend too many points on armor. Just buy something cheap and then put Panzerfausts on your infantry, on your continuation war units, and use the awesome ability of the sissies to shoot from ambush. That is what I would do. Cheers. Thank you so much for the list, Damien.